Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I am very aware that it has been quite some time since I posted. I want to start the video by just apologizing for that straight off. I've been extremely busy. I just started my fourth semester of college, so I'm wrapping up the sophomore year. And if you know anything about college, this is kind of like one of the bigger points because you kind of start declaring like your major and all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with my college details. I am here today with a absurd amount of records that I've acquired in the past few weeks. I really haven't been spending that much money on records. I've just been getting really good deals and trading and doing some stuff like that. I recently sold all of my cassettes and my deck because, honest to God, I just don't play cassettes that much. I was kind of a collector of everything. I collected CDs, vinyls, 8-tracks, and cassettes for quite a long time. But now I love the vinyl, and I'm just going to continue with sticking with vinyl only. I have some CDs that I play in my car and stuff, and that's totally fine. But really, my passion is vinyl. So I try to get rid of some of that stuff and bring in some stuff that I actually really wanted. So I got quite a bit of stuff to go through here, so I'm going to try to do it quickly. This could be a longer video. Like I said, I'm really sorry I haven't been posting, guys. I've just been super busy. I've basically just been doing homework and sleeping and eating and playing a bit of the occasional Minecraft, but that's besides the point. But anyway, guys, I got a quite good lot here that I bought, and one of them here is one of my grails. I'll be honest, I got a record here that I'm really excited about. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First one I got here is a nice copy of Spirit in the Sky. I don't know if it's just me, but I really do not see this record super often. I think this is the first time I've seen it and bought it. I know one of my buddies has it, but when I go shopping with other people, obviously whoever finds it first gets dibs on it, duh. But yeah, this is my first time seeing it, so I bought it. Nice reprise copy. Nice reprise copy. Plays really well. Just a good album. Not, my favorite album of all time. Kind of like a one-hit wonder, if you ask me, but it's a great album. There's no doubt about it. Next I got here, this is my second copy of this now. This is the Doors Soft Parade. Pretty nice spanking copy. There was actually a sleeve on it, but I have it off for just a moment because I was cataloging some stuff. Super nice copy. Not a first. It's on the red Elektra label. I'm not going to take it out and show you because I have a lot of records to get through here. But I have a copy of this already on the Butterfly Elektra label. However, it's a little bit warped, and on the first side, it skips like 2 seconds of the first song, and I hate that. I need a perfect playing copy. So yeah, this is what I grabbed. $5. Really nice copy. Plays phenomenally. Another one I already had. Jimi Hendrix Experience. Our Experience, their first album, obviously. Not a first. Once again, like I said, just a nice reprise. Reprise, whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter. Pretty clean copy. Really nice cover. I believe this is going to be upgrading my other copy. My other copy is not in bad shape, but I know people who don't have the album, and I'd love to give them my copy. So it's kind of like this exchange, in the record community, where you upgrade, you have a little bit of a beater, and you pass it forward and enjoy the collecting with the vinyl community. Next one I got here, this is kind of the grail of the trip. I paid $20 for this, and normally I don't buy super expensive records. I usually buy a lot, like a bunch of records for a certain price. But ladies and gentlemen, Magical Mystery Tour MoFi, that is a phenomenal album. Magical Mystery Tour is definitely one of my favorite Beatles albums. This is my third copy of it. I have a 2014 repress in mono, and then I have a original in stereo, and now I have the stereo, I believe, yeah, it's definitely stereo, press of Magical Mystery Tour. And I'm just really happy about this. Crazy for me. So there's a little bit of a backstory. I go to a local record store, and one of his buddies, who helps like catalog and price stuff at that record store, found a bunch of discs of MoFis at a Goodwill. I don't know if it was my local Goodwill or whatever, but they didn't have the cases, and the guy had the case for this, And I believe there's only been one LP press of Magical Mystery Tour MoFi. So now I have the case and a absolutely immaculate, just a super, super clean copy of this. I got it all sleeved up and in good shape here. But yeah, this is my only like older MoFi that is used. I have one other MoFi. It's the B-52's first album MoFi, but that's like a new issue that I think they still stock it once in a while. So yeah, this was just a really, really killer find for me. Next we have so I got a few more, and then we have some, lesser stuff. Last one I got, this is all from yesterday when I went shopping. Like I said, I sold my cassettes, so all of these records that I just showed, and this one, I just even trade for everything, which is just phenomenal. So we have Beggars Banquet. I have a copy of this. This is a London copy. I think it might be a first. I haven't cataloged it yet. But I wanted one with the alternate cover, I mean. Some people might know this, some people might not, but this is not, technically it is like the first cover of the album, but there's actually like a different cover that they wanted to press, and it was the one of like the toilet with all the writing, but I think it was banned or something. I have a reprint on like a clear blotted vinyl of that cover, but I wanted both because I love Beggars Banquet. So now I have an original of that. $5, you can't beat it. Next we have, this is great. This is kind of crazy because this is a pretty common album, but I just grabbed my first copy of American Woman by the Guess Who. Pretty clean cover on here. The disc is not in great shape. It's like a low-grade player copy, but it was, I think I paid $1 for it, and I've played it a bunch of times, and it sounds good, good enough to enjoy. This is a killer album, though. I guess I didn't give the Guess Who enough credit, honestly, because, I try not to listen to albums a ton when I know I can get them on vinyl and kind of experience it in the more meant to be heard way. So I haven't, listened to this album a ton of time on streaming because I got to get it, and now I have it, and I've been playing it a ton. Pretty nice copy on the outside, but the disc just, it just went through a war or something, Anyway, next up, I have a lot here, man. We're about a quarter of the way through. Next up, I have Starcastle Citadel. Starcastle is kind of like a not so amazing, not so super known prog band. I like them a lot. I have this album already, but it was $1, and it's a white label promo. Let me show it. Nice white label promo on Epic. And for $1, it's super clean. I was like, all right, I'm going to get it because I'm kind of a sucker for white label promos. Not much to say about that album. As far as Starcastle goes, I definitely like their first album the most. It has the blue thing, the blue cover. I think it's really good. We got some Chic here. Phenomenal album. I got this also for $1. I pretty much have these in order of how I've bought them. So this was, just went to a record store and went through their dollar section. I'm not even going to get it out. But the cover is in worse shape than the album. The album is honest. It's just like a near mint. A super, super clean copy. Might have even never been played. I'm not sure. But I mean, this is good stuff. Good stuff. Next up, we have a super, super beater copy of Kingfish. Bob Weir on this album, big dead guy, as you can tell. Oh, you know what? I just realized I kind of have a different angle here, and you can't see my dead thing anymore. That's all right, though. Round Records, cool label. This is probably like a VG minus copy. It does play, and it plays all right. I do this little trick. I don't know if anybody else does this, but if I play a really scratchy album, but like it's not too bad, you can I just turn down the treble a little bit, and it makes it sound a little flatter, definitely, but makes it kind of, the super loud, annoying pops kind of go away when you're playing kind of like a beater copy like this. I guess some people in the vinyl community don't play beater copies, but, I do. I don't care. I enjoy my records. This is playable, and it's enjoyable to me, and, whatever. I'm going to play it, so I don't care. Next up we have, speaking of kind of a beater copy, we got Ace Frehley, whatever. He says it in some interview with him and his laugh. It's great. Anyway, Ace's solo album, man. I have been looking for this forever. It seems to me that kind of all the other members dropped the ball, and then this one really shined through. because this is a killer, just awesome album. Kind of gives you a highlight of the life that Ace would go on to living post-Kiss and make some really good music still with Fraley's Comet and his solo work. That stuff is awesome. They have that Live +1 album or whatever it's called. Excuse me. And they also had that record store day released on the orange vinyl. That is, oh my goodness, I got hiccups here. Oh, protein shake's coming back up. Anyway, they have that that orange vinyl that they put out. I didn't get it personally, but one of my record collecting buddies did, and I played it. And man, that was good stuff. But Ace, this says it's a G+. I paid $5 for it. It's probably definitely a G+. It's really not that clean. Still a little bit of gloss left in it, and I mean, it plays. It's pretty much a player copy. Original inner sleeve too. This is one of those albums that when you get really hard rock and loud albums like Kiss or Motley Crue, Quiet Riot, Def Leppard, etc., when you get the records, the condition doesn't quite matter as much because the music's like so loud that it kind of just overpowers everything. And this is kind of one example. You know, you get Rip It Out on and you just want to shred, and you don't even think about the surface noise, which is kind of cool. I think that albums like this and like hard rockin' albums with a little bit of surface noise kind of adds something to it. Now, I'm not saying I want to listen to my Steely Dan or Dire Straits records with a ton of surface noise because it's not the same idea. But some of the hard rock that has a little bit of, you know, soot on it, I think it adds something to it. Next up. All right, so now we're getting into, I bought some new records. I'm not a big reprint guy, but I got quite a bit of reprints here that I got to go through because I got good deals on them. So I'm just going to grab two of these quick. First one, Exodus by Bob Marley. Super clean, maybe played a few times. Textured copy of Exodus. What can I say? It's not the half speed that's out right now. It's an earlier press. Maybe I believe it's a 2015 press of this. I mean, it's just immaculately clean, and I got it for a really good deal, so it's like, come on. And I also got Uprising, same press, I believe. Super clean as well. I have these nice and sleeved up. These are great sleeves. What can I say? I got both of these for $25, and they're in immaculate shape, and honestly, I can't complain about that. I don't really see Bob Marley records in this neck of the woods. So when I see a good deal on them, I kind of have to buy them. Next up, another new record, and when I mean new, I mean new. Medicine at Midnight, Foo Fighters. Had to grab it. What can I say? This is the limited edition. Ooh, I just realized this has my phone number on it, and I just held it up, so I'm going to edit that out. Anyway, Medicine at Midnight. This is the blue vinyl edition. I'm going to show it just because it's so cool. Look at that. This is a killer album. I absolutely love the Foo Fighters. This is my first Foo Fighters record. I have a couple of their CDs, but I'm glad to be starting to get these. I gotta trickle in some more Foo Fighters because they are immaculate. If anybody likes them, go vote for them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're potentially being inducted this year. So next, I just got to sort these out a little bit here. Next, I just have a beater copy. I picked this up for actually my brother, who's kind of just starting the record collecting. $1 copy of Pyromania. I don't need to talk about it too much. A little bit of water damage, but I played it and cleaned it, and it's all right. It's okay. Just going to kind of skip over that to save some time. Next up, we got another reprint, but I got it for really cheap, like I said. 74 Jailbreak. Killer AC/DC album. I mean, it just doesn't get that much better than this. It's kind of some earlier stuff, but I mean, some of these songs are really, really kind of slept on. Obviously, Jailbreak's a popular song for the band, but pretty much every other song on this little 5-song EP is just immaculate, but it doesn't get the credit it deserves. Nice AC/DC custom inner sleeve there. Kept it in the shrink. I'm going to sleeve it up and whatnot, but yeah, this is a really, really good album. Definitely worth the buy. Okay, so next we're getting through. I just have a few more. These are not reprints, these are older presses, but we got some Devo's first album here. I don't really see this. I see Devo quite a lot, but I don't really see this. I paid $8 for a VG copy, and I think that's pretty right on par to what I should pay. I think the median might be even a little higher for this press. A pretty clean copy, plays fine. Probably a little bit better than a VG if you ask me. And I got Soul to Soul by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I've been going through a pretty good blues phase with my listening right now. So, you know, Stevie is just never misses. It's just banger after banger. And I also have Texas Flood. Have not showed it on this channel yet, but those are definitely some of my favorite albums. Okay, so next we're getting through. We're getting close to the end here. I think I have about 4 or 5 more. Once again, another reprint. This is the half-speed master of Exile on Main Street. Super nice stones. Like I said, guy was giving out deals. This is the half-speed. I paid $10 for it. Probably played once or twice. All the inner sleeves, super clean and sleeved up vinyl. I mean, $10 for this. Are you kidding? Such a good deal. I thank that guy all the time. Great copy. I already have an original. And I also have a Sticky Fingers half speed. So I have 2 of the half speeds, and I have originals of both of those, including like the zipper Sticky Fingers. I might have showed it on this channel. I can't remember. But let's keep going here. I bought this on Amazon because it was like a super cheap deal. I think it was like 13 or $10 or something. Ace of Spades. It's the 50th anniversary edition. And I'm going to be the first, not the first, I'm going to be 40th, not 50th. I don't know what I just said. But I'm going to be one to say that this sounds like shit. This is a terrible pressing. It sounds flat. There's no bass. It sounds like, it was probably sourced from like MP3 or something. I think BMG did the press. I mean, it's cool, and it has the, you know, custom label, and I'm keeping it. A lot of people returned it. I'm keeping it because it was like a cheap $10 new copy of the album, and I'll get rid of it when I find it, like an original, but I'm keeping it because I love Motorhead, but really, this sounds terrible. This is a absolutely horrible sounding pressing. I read the reviews, but I still took a chance and just bought it anyway, so I guess that's on me. Next up, we're getting real close to the end here, folks. Next up is something that I should have bought a long time ago. I should have bought this record when I first started collecting. It's Nirvana, Nevermind. Like I said, I've been sleeving them up. Great album. I don't even know how much I need to say about it. I mean, it's just so good. It's a classic. I bought this from the same guy who was selling his reissues for really cheap because he was getting rid of his collection. And I think I paid like 10 for it or something. And really, I can't complain. I love Nirvana. I also have Bleach. I'm definitely in the market for In Utero. Obviously, I have unrealistic requirements because I'd love to get originals of these, but I mean, come on. It's just not going to happen, really. So you just have to take what you can get. And my last 2 are, I'll show my favorite one last. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. It's a first press in the shrink with hype sticker. I paid 20 for it. It's a near mint. It is absolutely immaculate. It plays great. I love it. I'm so glad I got it. I saw it, and it's one of those albums you just gotta buy when you see it. Maybe I paid a little too much, but for a shrink minty copy like this, I'd do it all day. Buy it anytime. And our last one here, nice MoFi sleeve, is the new release. Just came out end of January, and it is Dr. Dog Live 2. What a great band and a great album that sums up kind of their later work live. Dr. Dog, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, possibly my favorite indie band of all time. I only have one other record by them, but I'd like to get more of them. But I've seen them in concert. Dr. Dog is just phenomenal to me. I'm such a huge fan. This is their second live album, hence the name Live 2. A little backstory on it. It was actually an RSD release a year or 2 back, and I never got it. I was in line trying to get it, and the dude couple in front of me got the last one, so I got out of line, of course. But I didn't get it, so they re-released it, and here it is. So now I finally have a copy. This is actually a Christmas gift to me, but like I said, it was a pre-order. Now, one thing I'm a little confused about is when I was cataloging this, it seemed like there's only one press, so this could be the RSD release. Maybe they had extras and we're like, oh, we're gonna release it later and then put it on streaming. But when I cataloged it, I only saw one press. So as far as I know, this is the RSD, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep looking. And if I look, I'll put some text down there to see if it's actually true. But anyway, Dr. Dog Life 2, killer stuff. Really, really good. Let me put this back here. And that concludes my recent purchases. I think I got everything. I've been doing a lot of exchange, upgrades, getting rid of old ones, cleaning, purging, sleeving, all this good stuff with my record collection lately. So it's been a lot of work. I have a lot going on. I have kind of records everywhere. But anyway, guys, that's my newest additions. That was a huge haul that I got through. I don't know the exact number of records, but that was a pretty enormous amount of records. I didn't spend too much on all of them, but really record collecting is my only hobby, so it's one of the only things I spend money on, so I kind of can, because I'm not super into anything else when some people might be into records and cars, or records and boating, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to see you guys as much recently, but I will try to keep posting as much as possible. Please understand that I'm just super busy with classes, but I'm glad I could pop this video out for all of you guys. Enjoy, subscribe for more.